Guys, what's up? How's it going? It's John, Gamester81, and in this video I wanted to take a closer look at the new Atari Flashback Pong Atari Hits Blast by AtGames. It's a mouthful for sure. This retails for $19.99 plus US tax when applicable, and this particular unit is a Wal-Mart exclusive. It comes with 20 built-in games, all from Atari, all from the classic Atari 2600 classic days. So what I'm going to do is do an unboxing and show you what's included. I'll do that now, and then I'm going to show you some gameplay and share with you my final thoughts. So what you get in the box, you get an instruction manual, of course. You get this thing right here, which is like kind of a dongle. And think of this like a plug and play. This thing actually plugs through HDMI into your TV, and then there's actually, it comes with a cord. And it looks like the same kind of connection you have on like your I guess your Android device, same kind of connection. The cord is very, very short. You have to plug this into a USB in order to power the thing on. It doesn't come with an AC adapter, which is a letdown in my opinion. I think they do that for cost savings. I'm not quite sure. Nintendo does that. You know, they're certainly not the only company that doesn't do that. But still disappointing that there's no AC adapter attached to it. So you plug this in, you hook it up to your TV, and you get these two controller paddles. Now, this is one of several blasts on the market. The other blasts include, there's a Namco one, there's some other classic ones as well, I believe it's like 4 or 5. Those are also $19.99, and those come with a Genesis style controller. This is the only one that comes with this style paddle controller, which when these first came out for the Atari 2600 were ahead of its time, really handled very well. A game changer when it came to accessories for games back in the day. So you get these are wired. It's a pretty long connection. It does run off of batteries. There is no screw, which is nice. I always hate when they do a screw. I think they do that for kid safety. It takes 2 AAA batteries. I'm not quite sure how long the battery lasts on this thing, to be quite honest with you. But I can tell you from playing this, it is fairly easy to hook up. So you just plug it in, you hold 5 seconds down, and it will sync. The range is pretty good. I didn't have any connection issues, so I'm going to show you some gameplay now. And at the very end of the video, I'll share with you my final thoughts. Thanks for watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to have to do this old school, and I apologize for that. And I guess we're doing old school way for the old school game, but I'm going to have to film the TV directly opposed to capturing it through my HD capture device. The reason being, long story short, is both capture devices I have, the inputs and outputs for the HDMI cables are too close, and the dongle's too wide. So we're going to have to do old school, so I apologize for the ghetto-ness here, but basically going to scroll here through, show you the different games. It shows you the box art, which is nice. You hit the menu button. It will show you can join a club. Brief instructions, gives you like a QR code bar there to scan. I'll check out Pong. One thing that's kind of interesting as far as controls, to get to run the menu, you'd think just keep scrolling down, it just automatically jump up to this one. That's not the case. You have to actually hit the button to go to the next column, and then another button here. So a little cumbersome. They could have just kept it more simple, but it is what it is. That's how they did it. So let's check it out. Also, another thing I want to point out is that the cable for the USB cable that doesn't come with AC adapter, as I mentioned before, is very short. So if I unplug this, that's how the system turns off and on. To my knowledge, you can't turn the system on and off through the controller itself. When you turn power off the controller, the game still sits there. So they're not linked to power off. But to sync it up, it was pretty nice. Pair it up, as it wasn't an issue at all. So we'll go to Pong, see the load times here, see how long it takes to load. Again, not too bad. There's different options here, different games. We'll get started here. Up. So I'm playing 2-player now, and just let's see here. So I'm playing against myself, I guess, or 2-player, but so I can do both paddles there. So different options. It is hard to see through the TV or the camera, but it's a little blurry. Not a sharp, crisp image that you would expect from HDMI. Not a major deal, but it is there. I just wanted to point that out for you. Let's go back. There's a menu here. You can go back and fire. You can also save. You can't save on this particular game, but you can save on a lot of games. Some of these games, I don't see the point of saving it. And let's go back. And there's also a rewind feature. You can see the rewind here doesn't really necessarily work. It just kind of spazzes out the controller. So that's true with all the games I noticed, that the rewind doesn't really necessarily work. Let's go back. Here's another fun game I'm going to show you, Circus Atari. The goal is to make this guy land on you, and see, I'm terrible. The controls feel great though, I'll be honest, they do feel good. So start here. You can also change the, oh, see. It's kind of like Breakout, but different. I get it high there like that, see? Oh, let's keep sparking. Oh. So, oh, see, oh, see, it's super hard. Game is actually surprisingly addicting though, I'll be honest. Pretty fun. It's probably my most favorite game, I think, other than Warlords, which, speaking of which, we'll check out. So scroll over to the next column. Everything's alphabetical. And when I'm scrolling down here, I gotta kind of keep doing the paddle for a while until it reaches this, not right away on these shorter. Check Warlords. Now, Warlords is technically a 4-player game. You can only play up to 2 players on this. You can't do all 4 players. So you're right now, depending on, right now it's set on 4-player, or 3-player rather. Great arcade game, very addicting. Anyway, now I'm going to share with you my conclusion, my final thoughts on this unit. Okay, so my final thoughts about the Blast by AtGames. Now, granted, I have not played the other Blast units. I've heard there's some emulation issues with those, including some of them playing NES games as opposed to arcade. So I can't share my opinion on those, but I will share my opinion on this one. Overall, if you're looking for a decent price system, I think $20 is about reasonable. What AtGames I think is trying to do here is cater towards the casual gamer, something for like a stocking stuffer, something for the holidays at a decent price point. Their flashback systems, they've been making them for years. I think they're up to like number 9 now. Those have gone to be pretty decent systems actually, and pretty fun. The controls themselves, I'll tell you what I like about the system. The controls themselves handle really well. They do look authentic to the original one. I find it kind of odd that you can't power on the system through here. This is how you turn on the controls, but not the system. That's a little bit odd. But other than that, I think the game choices are overall pretty well. A lot of them are clones of Pong clones. For example, games like Video Olympics, basketball and handball and hockey and Pong. Those are all kind of one and the same game, just differently. That's not a fault to AtGames. It's just that's how it is. I would have loved to see games like Kaboom and other games on here, but those aren't licensed to Atari, so that's probably the reason why. But there's so many other great games that use a paddle for the Atari 2600 that aren't on this. And you can't play 4-player, which is disappointing. You can only play to 2 players. So there are 4-player games on here like Warlords, and there's several other ones that require 4-player. It doesn't require it, but can be up to 4-player. So it's a little deceiving. Visually, it looks okay. I feel like it could look a little bit better. It is a little blurry on the screen. I know when I did the filming, it's hard to tell because my capture device won't work with this thing because this is too fat. So if you have a capture device, you know, be sure that, and you want to capture it, make sure you have a capture device where the HDMI ports aren't too close to each other, because that's the case with both of my capture devices, unfortunately. But overall, the game choices are decent. Some things I don't care about is the menu screen is a little cumbersome. Too short of connection cord here. You know, once you unplug this, the power's off. There really is no on and off system. You just plug it in, it goes on, plug it out, goes off. This, in my opinion, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I've looked through the instruction manual, I don't see that this actually powers by itself. I don't see there's no battery on here, which is unfortunate. You should be able to charge this and be good to go. That, from what I see, is not the case. So from what I see with the price point, I think the price point is about right. So if you're looking for for the casual gamer, this might be a product for you. If you are a hardcore, a diehard Atari 2600 fan, you might be disappointed with this product in regards to this, the way the looks a little blurry. It could be a little more defined as far as HD. The rewind button doesn't work on it. Unfortunately, doesn't work. The save feature is nice. I think it'd be better with other type of games like the Genesis games, the Namco games. In this case, it doesn't really apply to these style of games because you don't sit here and play these games for hours and hours on end. Typically, you may, but typically I don't. Anyway, that concludes my review over the Pong Atari Hits and Blast by AtGames. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel. Let me know what you guys think of it. Leave a comment below. We'll see you guys soon. Take care. And as always, game on.